Hello and welcome to Lee Anderson Yoga. I'm Lee and I'm very excited you're here to join me in this outdoor environment to practice yoga. Let's begin. Feet nice and close together. Just feel the soles of the feet just sort of relax and spread out, almost melt into the surface underneath you. Your muscles start to engage as the kneecaps lift. Maybe you feel your glutes squeeze, which helps align the pelvis. Arms can just rest, relax, breathing in and breathing out. Just 2 more gentle breath cycles. Maybe you start to sway. Just as there's so much movement within the body, perceive stillness from the outside in. But our heart beating, our lungs taking in air and expelling air, and of course all the other amazing functions of our beautiful human body. Excellent. Breathe in and bring the hands to the heart space. Bend the knees, sitting the hips down into chair. This time we inhale, feel the ribs lift as the arms extend towards the sky. And the exhale, the legs ground even deeper, and there's that energetic earthing of the tailbone towards the ground. Beautiful. Hands return to heart center, rotation. Let's turn around towards the left-hand side. Right arm reaches to the outside of the left knee. Beautiful. Come back through the middle, look up and smile. Next inhale, take it around to the other side. So the arms offer us that idea of direction and movement through space, but it's all about what's happening up and down the vertebrae, between the pelvis and that top connection through to our head. Beautiful. Exhale, push the feet down into the floor, release the arms down by your sides. Raise your right leg and step it around behind the left for a crescent pose. Standing, arms reach up, palms meet. Push down equally through the soles of both feet as you tip over towards the left, extending downwards and upwards through the right. Fabulous. Returning back through center, slowly release the arms, feel the shoulder blades, just circle behind the ribs as you release the legs, and then take the left leg behind the right. Fabulous. Breathe in, reach the arms up, palms meet, fingertips drawn to the sun. Exhale, start to tip over. Inhale, feel the ribs expand, lift up away from the hips. And on the exhale, the soles of the feet spread and ground. And there's that beautiful tingling energy running up through the legs and the body. Magic. Return back to alignment, release the hands. Bring the feet nice and close together for another expression of chair. Inhale, hands at heart center, elbows tucked in. Bend the knees as you sit back down, but you're really feeling a lot of effort and work through the legs. Tailbone directly points to the earth behind you. Inhale and reach the arms up to the sky. Fabulous. Keep that length through the sides of the body as the hands return to the heart space. Gentle rotation around towards the left-hand side. You can keep the head up, or if you wish, you can release the hands so the outside of the elbow hooks to the outside of the left leg. As you breathe in, offer this space to the heart. Sternum turns towards the thumbs. One more breath cycle here, evenly down through the feet. Wonderful. Slowly release. Return back through the center and stand up for me. Release the arms down by your sides. If you wish to march the legs up and down, you can. Or just notice the energy within you, fluttering and bubbling around. Beautiful. Hands, heart center. Exhale, tailbone to the earth. Inhale, arms reach up. Just reminding us to let the ribs float all the way up. And then the hands come back to the heart space. You can remain here if you wish, or start to turn to one side. Release the hands. So the outside of the left elbow rests on the outside of the right knee. Offer alignment to the pelvis. Inhale, heart opens. Every breath, growing, expanding. Every exhale, softening, allowing ease. Wonderful. Return back through the middle. Push the feet down through the floor. Release the arms and just a nice gentle breath here. Again, feeling into all that amazing energy that's circulating all through within you. So let's take our right foot and step it out to the side. The left leg may want to wander a little bit further backwards, stepping into a warrior pose. So the back foot's on an angle, tailbone tucked, right knees traveling over the toes. Hands begin at heart center. Breathe and just feel all the muscle fibers organize themselves in and around the spine, your skeleton as well. Breathe in, reach the arms on up. Exhale, let the legs be heavy. Let them relax and sink into the support that's there. That might be the earth, it might be the mat. And just feel your heart shine and lift and open. Warrior one. And from here we open the arms out. So the hands reach out over the toes. And I love with my next inhale here to lift the shoulders up a little and let them just rest back down on that exhale. And maybe I feel that tingle down through the arms, out the ends of my fingers. Warrior two. You can face and look over the right fingertips and just feel the front of the hips begin to open, soften, ease, yet you still feel quite sturdy and strong. Let's keep the arms extended as we pivot on the feet. So toes start to face the long edge of the mat. Reposition the feet a little bit more if you need, and those hips. Fantastic. Breathing in, looking all the way up to the sky. Lovely. Exhale, bow forwards. So the hands then come resting down, aiming towards the feet. So right hand on the right foot, left hand on the left foot. Inhale, tailbone lifts. Head extends away from the tailbone. Exhale, bow forwards. 2 more breath cycles here. Grounding down through the outside lines of the feet. Inhaling, ribs float up and expand away from the hips. Exhale, invite the weight of the body in through the balls of the feet so that we're not just collapsing backwards through the heels or the hips. Magic. Softly through the knees as we roll all the way on up. Let the arms just hang for a moment, but then reach them out to the sides again, shoulder height. We're going to pivot on the ball of the left foot, reposition the right foot as we start to find warrior again. The other direction, the other way. Let the feet feel heavy and sink. Let the muscles reorganize themselves. Let your body breathe. Fabulous. With the next in-breath, raise the arms up towards the sky. Palms meet, fingers meet. Let that rotation through the chest as you turn towards the short edge of the mat, facing the same way as that left foot. Feel the stretch diagonally through the waist. So somewhere from that right hip, in and around the belly button to the left ribs. Shoulder blades relaxing, fingers just lifting, rising up. Face soft, smiling. Excellent. Slowly return the hands to the heart center. Release the legs as you step forwards, and they can march up and down on the spot here. Soles of the feet nice and close together. We're going to raise the right knee and step it backwards into a lunge. Tuck the tailbone under. Hands can rest on the hips here. Fabulous. So our warrior three pose. We're going to balance on our left foot. So you can use this right foot to push yourself up. Try to extend through the back of the right leg. Hands can remain on the hips. Then, if you wish, they can return to the heart space in Anjali Mudra prayer posture. And just keep breathing as that right heel extends behind you, toes to the earth. Breathing in, ribs extend away from the hips, soft through the neck, meeting all the way up through the head, out the crown. One more breath here. Lovely. We're going to soften through that left knee. Bend until the right toes gently touch down. Excellent. So return to that lunge with that right knee bending. Oh, arms extend all the way up to the ceiling. Palms can just gently separate. A gentle rotation through here. Right arm reaches forward, left arm reaches back. Try to keep your hips square to the front, and that twist comes up through the spine, guided through the shoulder blades. Beautiful. Arms back up to the center. We release the hands to catch the hips. We're going to step forward so the feet are nice and close, and you can march on the spot if you wish. Lovely. Left leg this time. Raise the knee, step it back into a lunge. Find a nice spot to ground on down with that left knee bending. Great. Hands can remain on the hips, or they can already prepare and start to come in front of the chest. We're going to keep this left leg bent, lift off. Lovely. Sorry, right leg, right foot down. Extending through the left, heel up high. Stretching this beautiful lengthening energy down the back of the left leg, toes to the earth. Let the upper body be soft and light, relying on the strength and structure through the right foot, leg, hips. Focus for one more breath cycle. You're doing amazing. Wonderful. Soften through the right knee, land gently on the left. Lift yourself on up, reach the arms all the way to the sky. Left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back for that twist. But don't just sort of push through the hips here. Try to keep the hips square as the hands reach away. Fabulous. Hands reach all the way on back up and lower down in front of your heart as you raise the left knee, walking on the spot, and walk back towards the center of your mat and face myself here for tree pose. Such a classic tree pose. It's beautiful. Ground down through the right leg, turn the left leg out to the side, start playing around on the ball of the foot, offering your body balance and realigning through the hips. So we're drawing a lot of the earth's energy up through the right leg here to help stabilize us through the hips so that we can place this left foot anywhere on the calf or even up higher into your thighs. Contract the inner thigh muscle and offer the support of the inner thigh muscle into the sole of the foot. Hands can remain at heart center as you soften down the sides of the neck and the tops of your shoulders. At any time, it's absolutely fine to release the left leg so the sole of the foot can rest on the calf or even on the floor, on the ground. If that's better for you, better for your hips. One more breath here. Fabulous. Release that left leg, walk both feet, and then come back nice and steady. One breath in just to cleanse the mind and the body. And we start grounding down into the left foot and the right leg starts to bend, and we just sort of play around with the ball of the right foot just for a little bit of balance as we set ourselves up strong through the left leg. So go slowly as you start to lift the right leg. You might find a place that you're very content and very happy to be in. It's absolutely fine to stay there. If for any reason you are drawn to explore your edge, what you may be able to do or not do, you can lift the leg up higher. You're also very welcome to extend the arms out if that's of interest, challenge, and optimal for you. Grounding down through the left leg. Relax through the right. Breathing down into the bottom corners of the lungs, smiling and feeling amazing in your expression of tree pose. Fabulous. Release the right leg, let the foot rest down, march up and down on the spot. Let's walk the feet out wider. Toes pointing out, knees are going to travel out over the toes as we lower the hips down into a wide squat. Fingertips lift up with the elbows bent, arms open in a beautiful, receptive, open posture, goddess pose. So just notice if you're falling forwards, ground down through the outside line of the feet. Try to lift the knees up so they head out over the center toes. You'll get more stretch through the inner thighs here. Squeeze the glutes to help guide the tailbone, not just energetically towards the earth, but physically as well. And breathe. And if it feels like your shoulder blades are sort of like curving in and lifting into your middle back, just offer them a little bit of softness and ease as well. 2 more breath cycles. Breathing down into the belly. Exhale, drawing the belly in, contracting the ribs, letting all the air go. Fabulous. Straightening the legs and the hands come back and catch the hips. You can realign the toes so that the outside lines of the feet are square to the edges of the mat. We're going to forward fold here. Tailbone tucked under, heart opens as you breathe in and lift up. Exhale, softly bow forwards. Please keep your knees just a little bit soft. Allows a little bit more movement through the hamstrings and the calves. It'll help you get those hips feeling like they're a lot higher in the air. And then our vertebrae can just unravel all the way down towards the earth. Beautiful. So hands are still on the hips with the elbows reaching out wide. Allowing the shoulder blades and the chest to open with every in-breath. And just soften and relax, perhaps a little bit lower and closer to the earth on the out-breath. Beautiful. So every breath in, just feel all the muscles realign, reorganize themselves. Maybe some of them come to action and start to strengthen and contract. And maybe others just relax and let go. 2 more breath cycles here. Long and smooth. Oh, amazing length and strength through the legs. And there's that easiness, real nothingness about the upper body. Exhale completely. Chin tucks into the chest, bend your knees as you roll yourself all the way on up. Reach the arms out into a really big star shape, magic stretch. And the hands come back in front of the heart space, heel toe the feet, nice and close together. Excellent. My favorite, eagle pose. Great. Grounding down through both feet, tailbone tucked, roll through the shoulders, really relaxing here down through the sides of the neck and the tops of the shoulders. Grounding down through the right leg, lift the left foot and let it step out to the side. So we've got a little bit of length happening here through the inner thigh. We're going to lift the left leg and wrap it all the way around the right. So the foot may tuck around behind the ankle or it may want to rest on the floor. Just let it wander and investigate where it can go. As best you can, keep your hips square to the front. Inner thighs are squeezing together. Tailbone. Energetically again drawn to the earth. Hands can remain at heart center or they can reach all the way out wide. We're going to cross the arms, so take a big breath in, and as you exhale, the left arm's going to come in underneath the right and the fingers into arms wrap. Fingers just sort of touch wherever they meet. Allow the sides of the neck to soften. So it's a challenging but a very introverted pose. So we're really curling in towards ourselves here. Notice if you feel exposed through the lower back, upper back, and off of the neck, sides of the waist, any areas, softness, gentleness, tenderness. 1 more breath cycle here. Beautiful. Let's maintain the arms as we release the legs. They can march up and down on the spot. Gently unravel the arms, reach them out to the sides, and let them come back. Prayer pose in front of the heart space. 1 breath cycle. Feel the energies sort of start to seep out from being trapped and drawn in to bravely mingling and meandering around. Grounding down through the left leg, lifting the right up, stepping it out to the side. Let length happen through the inner thigh, strength through the left leg. Lift and wrap. Beautiful. So the higher we can start wrapping that leg up into the hip, the longer the leg's going to be. In theory, energetically, in space, breathing in. Exhale, the right arm's going to cross underneath. Wrap the arms around. Beautiful. So you might have quite a blurry gaze here on a wrist or a part of your forearm or somewhere in front of you. That's okay. Stay focused. Stay calm. Just allow the peacefulness about your breath to allow you just to remain steady while all the chaos in the world, external, spins around us. Stay close to who you authentically are. Beautiful. Keep the arms. Gently push that left foot into the floor as you unwrap the right leg. Legs march on the spot. Arms unravel and reach all the way on out to the sides. Lovely. Hands come back and catch the hips. Feet are a little bit wider and hip width apart, but not too wide. We're just going to do a standing back bend here. So I say just, but it's not easy. Lovely. So let the hands just rest on the top, the sides of the hips. Breathe in, roll the shoulders upwards, backwards and down. So we already start this opening in about the top of the chest and let it seep down into the chest. Bend the knees, tuck the tailbone under, let it lift you upwards and backwards. Notice how you're feeling about your neck. Maybe you want to keep your head up. Maybe you can let the head hang back, but just don't force any stretch into your body by just letting it hang. Beautiful. Body can move with the in-breath and soften into a whole new shape on the out-breath. 2 more here. Exhale completely. Chin tucks into the chest. Lift up through the crown. Release the arms down by your sides. Shoulder roll. Beautiful. Let's lower ourselves down onto the floor gently for some seated postures, but lots more lovely leg stretches. So both legs are extended out in front of us. Heels are heavy, knees are still soft, and you can shuffle around about the hips if you wish. Hands to heart center. Breathing in, the crown lifts. Exhale, bow forwards. You can release the hands down the sides of the legs. You can even allow them to reach to the outside of the feet or around the bottom of the feet, whatever's available to you. But don't just breathe up in and out of the top of the chest here. Invite the breath down into the bottom corners of the lungs and the belly to really open up space in that lower body. And just let the upper body lift and unravel forwards and in. 2 more breath cycles. Let them be slow. Just let them flow. Exhale completely. Tuck the chin into the chest. Heels ground down to help you roll all the way back up. Lovely. Let's lift the right leg and let it fall to the outside, a little bit like tree pose. So the inner thigh here and the sole of the feet can just sort of rest into the support of each other. Feel free with this thigh bone to lift it up and let it rotate internally a little bit to help you square up through the pelvis and even sit a little bit higher. Lovely. Hands to heart center, reaching all the way up to the sky. Ribs lift up away from the hips. Bow forwards, release the arms, soften down the sides of the shoulders. So just notice where your body is here. Close your eyes and just let yourself feel where the areas are softening and opening. Maybe you're gasping or gulping for some breath a little bit. That's okay, but notice that. And then just encourage the breath to flow a little smoother and see if that helps offer you a bit more physical ease in this moment. Complete exhale. Hands help walk you up. Lovely. Reach them out to the side. Swivel around like a helicopter. Left hand rests on the outside of the right knee. Beautiful. Lovely rotational spiral stretch here. So the crown of the head we want to lift up, but we can't do that from our neck. That lift begins at the tailbone. So imagine that beautiful uplifting energy from the earth, rising up into your heart space, smiling out through your face as the crown remains high. Softly exhale, back through the middle to center. Beautiful. Release this leg, the right leg all the way on out. Now let's take our feet a little bit wider on the mat, but keep the heels still resting on the mat so it's super comfortable. Hands to heart center again. Inhale, crown lifts. Exhale, we bow forwards. Hands can reach inside the feet. Lovely. So with the flow of the breath, we inhale and lift. Exhale, right hand to left foot. Left hand can just reach to the side or behind you. Inhale, we lift. Come back to center. Lovely. Exhale, left hand to right foot. Right arm can reach behind. So this is why it's really important to slow the breath down so that we've got more time and we can move through more of the movement. Pay attention to the sensations of the breath as they're happening, as we're moving with the breath, and just sort of feel more bizarreness, more amazing information that will come in and out of our body. One more time each side. Really reaching that left arm out and away. Whereas on the other side, so it's the right arm opening and reaching out and away. Fabulous. Returning back through center. Hands walking you up through the middle, realigning the right leg and letting the left leg come in and fall out to the side. So again, it's similar to that tree pose through the legs. Readjust the hips, the pelvis as you need, and let the foot press into the thigh. And then engage the inner thigh muscles a little bit and let them press into the sole of the foot. Hands, heart center. Crown lifts, ribs lift up way away from the hips on the inhale. Exhale, draw the belly button in and the spine just unravels down the front of the straight leg. So it's okay if your arms can reach your foot and you're using your arms to pull you a little bit closer, but try to keep these hips grounded down if that's the case, and try to keep this neck area and tops of the shoulder area relaxed so we're not holding on, we're not clinging, we're allowing anything in our body, any energies to flow or even release, pass through. Beautiful. Slowly rolling and lifting on up. Arms extend out to the side and like a helicopter, rotate around again. Beautiful. Let the left hand reach behind you. Crown up. And if you're somewhere like me, you may wish to gaze around. But then on the exhale, close your eyes and allow your vision to turn back inward, to pay yourself some beautiful attention, love. Magic, gently keeping the spine long as you return back to the front. So this time you may wish to take your feet out a little bit wider. Because I'm on the decking, I'm going to reposition myself so I can keep my heels on the mat. Take your feet out as wide as you choose, without those hips rolling too far backwards. Hands, heart center. Heavy, grounded through the hips, long through the legs. Exhale, bow forwards, belly button draws into the spine to help keep length and support there. Beautiful. Arms reach forwards. Exhale, maybe you fall a little bit longer. Heels are heavy, toes to the ceiling. Now that same flow as we just did before. So let's inhale, reach the right arm towards the left leg, left foot. Beautiful. Exhale, flow back over. Inhale, come up through the center. Exhale, lower down here through the middle. We've got a bigger distance to travel, so we'll need a little bit more time. What's happening there, Trev? Inhale, left hand to right foot. Soften, inhale, back up through the middle. Good on you, boy. Hey. Other side. He's normally sleeping on a couch nearby, and he's quite happy being out of view from the camera. but not today. He wants to be right in the middle of it. And the other side. Excellent. Inhale, lift. It's what happens with our home practice, lifting all the way up. Our pets, our dogs, our cats, our fish, maybe not our fish. Alrighty, soles of the feet together, knees falling out wide. Let's bring this practice to a close, letting those inner thighs relax and the knees fall out wide. Still feeling really light and floaty, effortless through that lift through the upper body. You can soften the skin on your face, really let your shoulders relax back, and then you can start to arch the body, torso forwards, around and down. You might like to have your elbows reach into the knees, or you might like to let the forearms rest on the floor in front of you. 2 more really soft and soothing breath cycles here. Breathing down into the bottom corners of the lungs, and notice how that does send your hips closer down to the earth. Wonderful. Hands release. Help press you all the way on up. Bring the legs into something comfortable, cross-legged, or you can extend them out in front of you if you wish. Bring the hands to heart center, and just 2 really soft and gentle breaths here. Just feeling into the gratitude of this amazing moment of being alive, being here in this moment. And having taken such wonderful care and time to offer yourself attention, movement, exercise, self-discovery, self-awareness, and just feeling into that amazing tingle that yoga offers us, that opportunity for sweet connection, joy, and bliss that you always have there within you. You can always come back and rediscover it again. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing yoga with me. I really appreciate that you're here. I'd love it if you could just subscribe to my yoga channel or tick the bell so that whenever I release a new video, it goes straight to your inbox and it's there in your collection of home practices ready to practice with me yet again. Thank you again so very much. Have an amazing day.